Why the stigma against still living with your parents as a young adult? Like, girls think you're not a man unless you rent a shitty apartment and hate living there. My parents have a 3-story house where I get the entire bottom floor to myself free of charge, but tell that to a girl and she's just like, I heard the word parents and my vagina closed up. What's the problem? People rent out parts of their big houses all the time. If I told you I was a tenant who was paying money to live here with people who weren't related to me, you'd think that was totally fine, but as soon as I'm being housed pro bono, I somehow become a sad loser. How can you pity me when my life is demonstrably better than yours? The only continuous thing I pay for is my Netflix account. I make enough money on YouTube to feed my gaming habit, and I don't need to spend it on anything else. Yes, my income is small, about $100 a month on average, so are my expenses. That equals a balanced and sustainable lifestyle, and I bet Dave Ramsey would tell you the same thing. But bitches are all about men who make payments. You get a girl on the phone and she's like, tell me what you're doing right now. And you're like, I'm making a payment. She's like, oh yeah, you make that fucking payment. You're like, yeah, I'm wasting so much of my salary on amenities sunburned albino gets for free. And she's like, oh, I love a man with a recently tapped bank account. Is it because I haven't earned it? Earning things is overrated. If I take three $10 bills I earned and put them next to three $10 bills that were handed to me, they all buy Mirror's Edge Catalyst in the end. People want those of us who work hard to succeed. It's always a compliment in terms of employment, like, oh, that guy's a good guy, he's a hard worker. What if he's a hard worker but he sucks ass at his job? Is he still more valuable to the company than a guy who's lazy but does shit better? I despise overachievers. I got C's in school because I knew that's all I needed. My path of fame and riches doesn't require valedictorian, but then again, I'm a special case. Inevitably, some people will look at my rise to stardom when it happens and think they can make it the same way with the same lack of effort, but trust me when I tell you, you better be real confident in the quality and marketability of your talents before you stop studying for things. I got the safety blanket in my house for as long as it takes to make it. Other people won't have such luxuries. Carefully consider your future. There's a lack of respect that concerns my situation. One of my friends stayed at my house for dinner and my mom made Kool-Aid because I asked her to. And then later my friend tooled on me for not making it myself. As if in a world where the word selfish is used as an insult, we decry the act of willing servitude. How hypocritical is that? Do things yourself. Don't tell others to do it for you. Also separate from this, help others before you help yourself. How about go fuck yourself? Can you do that? Or would it be too selfish of you? Do you have to go fuck others before you can fuck yourself? I'd sure hate for there to be even a hint of imbalance on this chaotic planet. Some people take it a step further and refuse help or favors because they have too much pride doing things themselves. Hey, can I get the door for you, ma'am? No, you sexist pig. I'm perfectly capable. Yeah, I know you're capable of opening a door. You're also capable of being alone for the rest of your life. I'm going to make sure we leave this establishment at the same time, and I'm going to walk slightly in front of you and open the door for myself. Then I'm going to let it swing shut in your face and watch you get mad that I didn't hold it open for you. And the sad part is you will never realize the irony. Always do things yourself, unless it would take less effort to get someone else to do it. And always accept help when it is offered with no strings attached. But if strings are implied, ignore them. When help becomes an obligation, it becomes employment. So if someone does something for me like, you're gonna owe me one after this, I smile and nod, but in my head there's a vision of me crumpling up a piece of paper with a line at the bottom where the guy thinks my signature is. Because when did a fist bump become legally binding? Exactly. Now, you might lose some friends this way, but you'll replace them with ones that know not to ask you for anything, which are far more inherently valuable. One time, this guy I was kind of friends with asked if I still had an old keyboard in my garage he could use for an American Idol audition. And I did, but I said no because my convenience is worth more to me than his dreams. And it felt so good to say no. I rode that high for like the next half hour. If I had said yes, that would have become an ordeal where I have to expect him to show up and then help carry a keyboard into his car. Fuck that shit. I'm in my pajamas. All I'm carrying today are my genitals. Another time someone asked me if I knew trigonometry to help them with homework, and I said no. I don't know trigonometry, so that's honesty in action. But then later I told them I did know it and that I lied so I wouldn't have to help. Because sometimes you just need to remind people you're an asshole, even if it's under false pretenses. But I'm also charismatic and endearing, so when I'm a dick, people treat me like a puppy that shit the floor. Bad dog. But you know I can't stay mad at you. Oh, you're damn right I do. Hold on, I'm gonna go get some Mexican food. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.